along with the rest of my laundry list of character defects. You can count the unfortunate habit of getting distracted, a little carried away with stuff. So yeah, I did not do the whole walk around, show around thing, but we're gonna do that today. And folks, I'm gonna make it up to you because I'm gonna show you everything. You're gonna kind of make a day of it. Probably shoot a good bit of film, make an early supper. We're gonna cook some cactus and some steak. If I can find enough stuff to burn, because I want to roast it. Not only that, as soon as I finish up this delectable breakfast, we're going to let the shower heat up, show you how you do a proper dirtbag solar shower, and who knows what other glorious debaucheries will occur today, because we wrapped up officially the Hasselblad project. I shipped that back yesterday. I'll be working on editing those videos here the next few days. So yeah, more or less it's going to take a couple 0 days, and you're welcome to come along. Ole, 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 ole. Well, since Leia is hardcore into her 15th siesta for today, isn't that right, baby? Hey, tell the people you're okay. All right. Trust me, she's fine. She's just been extremely relaxed. So anyway, the shower is almost ready. We're getting close to 100 degrees. I'll definitely be talking about that shortly, but let's talk about everything else, at least briefly. Starting up top with Bruce. Of course, you have two 2-gallon Rotopax fuel containers. I used to have a 4-gallon up there, but I got rid of that, got the 2 so they could stack to save space. 8-gallon farm sprayer, that's my darkroom water supply. And at one time my shower, but unfortunately the pump decided it no longer wanted to work, and I've been jumping through hoops with the company. Maybe we can get a new one, maybe not, we'll see. But at the very least, I can just use siphon action to drain water out of that. The big thing, of course, 2 Rome Adventure Company, and I can never remember exactly what size. I think they're the 95 liter or the 92 liter. I'll definitely pop that up there for you. But I have twin Rome cases on either side. I did invest in those so far. They've been fantastic. And in between those 2 cases is my high lift jack. I have had to use that before, but knock on wood, not lately. And of course we have some various lighting, some nightlight, reverse lights, nightlight, ditch lights. This is a rigid horse light bar. I think it's a 52-inch light bar or 44, whatever fits up there. No trouble out of those, although I did have to replace a relay on that light bar not long ago. Now, speaking of lights and power, Bruce is virtually completely solar. You've seen the install video for these Linsun Solar 60-watt panels. Those are custom made for the 4Runner. Those are hardwired all the way through. They feed, get to that in a minute. They feed down through the molding, and then they come out right here up underneath the carpet very cleanly. They are connected to a 100 amp hour, 12.8 volt lithium iron phosphate. That's a LiFePO 4 battery. Had a few issues with that. I think it was just me, but I think I literally got it fixed today. Anyway, we'll talk about that maybe in a dedicated video. Have these 4-way splicers coming off. That way, that's what these are. I can run more auxiliary solar like I was doing a few minutes ago from something like this, if I want to put more juice into that battery, should it be a cloudy day and the 60 watts just aren't cutting it. These are 200 watt all power foldable panels. Right now they're charging the Blue Eddy. Whole other horror story about the Blue Eddy. Again, we'll see how it goes, but it's been really acting up on me, of course, right here when we really get on the road proper. Now up underneath the sleeping platform there, we have, you can't see it, but I have a 10 amp MPPT charge controller, solar charge controller that is running from the solar input to that battery. And from the battery, we have this 1200 watt, maybe you can see that past the P-jug, 1200 watt inverter. So far so good with that. It only has 2 AC outlets, but that does run the fridge and anything else I need to plug in there. And yeah, the bottle of glory there, that is what I use inside the car. If it's not, I don't want to get out. If I can get out for whatever reason, that's the number one. If it's number two, so yeah, the bathroom situation, not wholly ideal, but at the same time, it's really not that bad either. Then of course we have the Bouge RV. I think it is a 35E or E35. Ironically, it's a 37 quart refrigerator and freezer, a true dual zone. You can have either side a refrigerator, either side a freezer, or split them, have one side a freezer, one side a refrigerator. Very cool, and I very much love this. However, I did overbuy just slightly. It takes up a little bit of room, a little bit more room than I'd want, but hey, it is what it is. And roosted up underneath the refrigerator, maybe you can see that, is a 20 watt DC to DC charger that runs from Bruce's crank battery. So what that means, whenever the ignition is running on the vehicle, that charger will kick in, charge the 100 amp hour battery as well, in addition to those 60 watt panels. So when you're going down the road, you're not wasting electricity. That was one thing that I really hated, was that when I was driving these big long distances, the only thing that was charging that battery was those little tiny trickle charging 60 watt panels. Now that 20 watt really helps keep that big battery topped off, which is a good thing. What else? What else? I guess let's talk about the actual living quarters. And folks, I want to tell you right off the bat, I know if you're watching this video, you've probably watched dozens, if not hundreds, of quote, van life, nomad type build places. And I have too. I've got to say, most of them appear to be bullshit. I'm not saying that it's bullshit about them living in their vehicles, but they're all so clean. They're all so clutter-free. They look unlived in. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. So literally, you're going to see exactly how I got out of here today and what's been going on throughout the day inside of old Bruce here. Now, of course, if you have followed along with all this madness from the very beginning when I decided to build out Bruce into a true micro camper, some of this will look familiar to you, but most of you haven't seen how this actually functions from day to day in actual operations. I'm going to show you that now. Of course, we have our drawer system here. This is the sleeping platform. I think this is a 3-inch memory foam mattress topper. Underneath there, I have my old hiking sleeping pad. Really, I just have it there to keep it out of the way. Plus, it adds a little bit of warmth as well. Of course, the drawers. This is the scanner drawer built specifically to house my Epson V700 scanner / Veronica and my film scanning holders. It doubles as Leia's little sleeping platform. She's been sleeping up front ever since Natchez Trace, but I got my little bunk buddy back. Okay. Got my little bunk buddy back last night. Those little beds on top of here. Her little cover. And then on the front end of this is my clothes drawer. So about this much is the scanner. The forward is the clothes drawer. On either side, we have more or less our possibles drawer here, the catch-alls. All my little supplies and implements of destruction that I need. This side is completely my dark room drawer. That's my contact printing frame. Up underneath there, I have 4 11x14 development trays, bunch of chemical stuff, bunch of development stuff, bunch of stuff for my cyanotypes. Yeah, that's all packed in there. The right side shelving has, of course, various libations and medicinals. My humidor for my cheroots, of course, some books, my good Cades Cove, Cavendish, tobacco, a few other things. You can see up there, that's my mortar and pestle that I use for making my chemicals, a few other little knickknacks. And this is my TV stand. It folds out. You've seen that if you've seen my stories or anything like that. I have a 10-inch Amazon Kindle Fire HD that I use for my TV. And I'm not gonna lie, folks, it's perfect. I'm maybe 2 feet away from the screen, so it's like having an actual television right here in Bruce. Or so that's what I like to tell myself. Now this is a little interesting trinket. Bruce Toyota 4Runner, this is a 2018 TRD Off-Road Premium. It has an actual AC outlet built in to the back, right in here. And you can see it for the junk that wasn't there. Anyway, this is a little USB hub, a fast charger, and a regular data connection. I actually reviewed this for an Amazon seller a long time ago. Anyway, this runs on AC. So I have it stuck up here, like most things, with Velcro. You plug in the AC and you plug it into the AC outlet on Bruce, and then you just select which one of these you want to charge from. So actually I can charge via USB 7 different devices on there, 3 fast charge, 4 regular. Or of course, connect the laptop, whatever, to that, and connect a lot of different drives or anything else, devices, to the laptop. I love that. And speaking of Velcro and power, chessboard, I have these 2 USB power banks. They're attached with Velcro as well. This one primarily runs just the fairy lights that go all the way around the vehicle. Those will operate off of remote control. I have another one of those over there. I can't exactly remember what the amp hours is on that. I think they're 24,000 or something god awful, but I'll put it on the screen. And these are also induction chargers, so you can just lay your cell phone right on top of there if you want to charge all fancy pants. Oh, I meant to show you this earlier. This little wing that actually raises up. I think there must have been a slight shift or swelling because I need to trim that off. It's catching the molding there just a little bit, but it just lets you get up underneath there and get to all the storage should you want to. I keep some cameras in there, some tripods. Again, more or less kind of like a catch-all. The Blue Eddy, when it's not charging, fits perfectly right in there. A few other things go up underneath there. My big table that I keep in the hive. It's like it was made for it. Or maybe I designed it that way. This side is more or less the food and I guess home supply side. Of course, all that comes out. Everything is highly organized. I left the actual, like this side has a little lip. Has a little cabinet drawer as well. This shelf has the lip. I left that off because I was afraid Leia would lay down and catch her little chin on it. Now, I don't think that would actually be a problem, so I may end up reverse engineering a little lip because stuff just loves to slide right off that shelf. Now, something that I can't show you, but at the core of Bruce's design is complete reversibility. There are hinges. Hinge here, there's a hinge up front. Same way on that side. These wings, these shelving wings, will just fold in to the middle of the unit. This is actually just free floating inside of there, another shelf. The weight of this keeps that in place. Plus you have some space back there, but that's beside the point. The big thing is you fold these in. There are 2 turnbuckles attached to the original anchor points here on Bruce. There's one there, 2 up front to where the seats, the original back seats, latched into. So 4 turnbuckles keeps this in place. That shelving has nothing on it but the weight. This one has a little wire here and a little wire up there. You snip those, fold it in, this entire thing comes out as one big unit. Nothing has been changed with that. Bruce is technically completely stock. I have all the parts, everything to put everything back how it was. God forbid, another reason why I built it that way, if I have an accident in Bruce, whatever reason, if they replace this 4Runner with another one and it's not completely, totaled or something like that, where it damaged that, I can pull that out, put it in a new 4Runner and literally hit the road again. The last big thing that you've got here is something I'm very proud of. That is Bruce's onboard running water. You've seen this before, like I said, if you've watched the rest of the build, but this is a USB rechargeable faucet. We've got it rigged up with some Velcro plus the beautiful little rainbow accent. Why not? So the little hose runs into the faucet. You unscrew that, And you have two 1.6 gallon water bladders here. I've made this a permanent cap, so you unscrew it from the faucet, unscrew it from the bag, pull the second replacement bag forward that should be full of water, put this back in, screw that back in, shut that up, Robert your uncle, fresh running water again. This thing stays charged forever. I've had it, I know, 8 months, 10 months, something like that. I've only charged it up one time. I'll probably have to charge it after I'm done with this video. I realize now that not everybody has seen the water in action, so yeah, let's try to do that. Like I said, just fold it out. You can switch it to just dispense full time or to any set measurements. Go to dispense. Maybe I can do it one-handed. Yeah, there you go. Running water, just that simple. Dabba dabba dabba. Well, you want some? Okay. And aside from that, folks, you have stuff jammed in everywhere. Just how it is when space is at a premium in a build like this. I'm roughly 6'4". Anybody 6'5", this probably wouldn't work. It's very close, even on me. Naturally, there are so many other small things on Bruce. Like I said, this could be an hour-long video just talking about this. If you have any questions about it, let me know. But now, I think it's time for a little bath time. Now this is what is known as a solar shower. They call it a solar shower because it operates on solar energy, and it's a shower. Now basically all these are, folks, is a 5-gallon plastic bag. They make them bigger and smaller. It's got a big fill spout there. The back side of this is completely black. That means it absorbs solar energy and hence heats. And that's what heats your water. Got a thermometer here. It was at about 100 degrees until I jostled it around. These things can get hot, hot, hot. It's been a constant southwest wind blowing through while it's been laying on the hood, so it's cooling it off all the time. But yeah, be careful with these because yeah, they'll burn you if you're not mindful. Quick on-off spout. Doesn't get any more simple than that. And I actually have a shower tent, a little pop-up shower tent. I've seen it before in some videos, but I mean, I don't think you really have to worry about it, so I'm not going to get the tent out. The only thing is this wind, like I said, is just constant. I don't want to have dust blowing on me while I'm taking a shower, and you know, it becomes a mud bath. So I'm just going to pop open the door and take a quick shower right here.
Maybe you'd best go down to a town.
So yeah, you're welcome, I guess. You know, even though I really hadn't saw anybody up here, I think maybe 1 or 2 people. While I was doing this, you know, I was just expecting a busload of nuns to come up this trail. So we started off with about 4 gallons in this 5-gallon bag. I was about a gallon short. I'd use it for a few things. So we've got maybe a gallon or so in there now. Not bad. Little 3-gallon, pretty refreshing, nearly hot shower. Like I said, these things, why I haven't been using them sooner, I don't know. Now that we're feeling all shiny and refreshed, I think I'm going to crack out the big Bronica, load up some 120 film, and get ready for the sunset before we start preparing our steak and cactus early dinner. Let's hope it's going to be a steak and cactus dinner. So, let me get the Bronica. The Bronica GS1 6x7 medium format camera, otherwise affectionately known by yours truly as the Big Bronica. Now I almost didn't bring her with me. Truth be told, folks, I was thinking about selling this camera. I'm so glad I didn't. Hello, gorgeous. Oh boy. So I have 3 120 backs with me, a whole cornucopia of film. I think naturally color is going to be the way to go. Definitely going to load up at least one roll of black and white though. I think I'm going with, is it so bright? At least one roll of the Foma 200. Let's do a roll of Portrait. So let's do, I thought I had some Portrait 160. Let's do a roll of Portrait 400, roll of Foma Pan 200. That feels pretty good. Oh, and I just realized that apparently I didn't bring any other PG lenses with me. So yeah, we're going to be shooting 150 this whole time, and no lens hood. I guess I left everything in storage. Oh well, it'll be just fine. Let's go cut some cactus. So we'll go with a couple of smallest paddles. Little prickly pear here. Got to find some that are green as I can find them. Keep it tender. Like I said, I'm gonna try to roast them. I think these are going to be our boys. Thank you and you. Carefully, carefully. Good. Carefully, carefully. And good. Now I don't want to be picking little tiny needles out of my fingers all night, so I'm wearing a little pair of gloves. Yeah, prickly pear, cactus paddle. I've already got most of the little needles off of there. Oh, the AWP special from my good buddy Kurt Trimmer Knives. There's a whole video of me taking pictures, Kurt, with old Winston. So yeah, excellent knife maker. Check him out. So really all you do, common sense, trim off all these little nasty bits. I'll leave as much of the skin on there as I can since we're roasting them. Some people boil them. I'm not a cactus expert, folks, just what I've heard. Some people boil them and then saute them. Some people just, boil them. You can eat them raw. Got a little bit of a tangy taste when you eat them raw. Almost done. All right, all done. Still got those little spines all on my fingers, whatever. I'm going to butter those up, and then as soon as I do that, I'm gonna go over here and get our fire going, because man, it is getting dark quick. Plenty of butter. I'm not driving. Some fresh, rough cracked pepper, because why not? I actually had the foresight to season up our steak. Nice poor man's cut. I believe this is bone-in round. Should be delicious though. And I can guarantee you I'm going after that marrow. All right, let's make our way over to the fire. It's probably getting close. Yeah. Get our rock right there in the middle for the steak. As soon as that burns down, throw the cactus on there. Let it go for about 5 minutes. Put the steak on there. And then it'll be glorious. Now think of me what you will, folks, but I am a bone marrow junkie from way back in the day. While our steak is resting, while the cactus is finishing up, real quick, toasted a little piece of brioche bread. I'm gonna get on this bone marrow before it gets too cold. Oh, there it is. Gorgeous. Look at that. Oh boy. Chop them up, mash them up. A little bit of salt. A little bit more of our cracked pepper, which I can't do holding the camera. Bit of the brioche. Feels very familiar. Oh my Jesus. Said it once, I'll say it again, folks. Good bone marrow, especially cooked on a fire in a place like this. Death row meal. Let's go get that cactus. Appears to be cactus. Yeah. Not sure about the corn or anything, so slice them up and try it. Definitely get the slime. That is delicious. Green beans, okra, fire, smoky smell. Yeah. Apparently I eat cactus now. All right, Mr. Steak, your turn. Nicely medium. Well, folks, you know how it is on YouTube or what have you. People want to talk about this stuff, say all kinds of stuff. I've just got to eat. So yeah, I'll get back to you here in just a little bit. You go, baby. Since I'll never feed you. It's been another glorious day here in the Oregon Mountains, folks. I appreciate you sticking around, being here, taking a look into a little glimpse of what it's like, at least so far. Living out old Bruce here with Leia. I can hear her crying as we speak. Why not? So we're about to pack it in, shut it down, and bunk it up. Get ready to close everything off. But then again, who knows? Anyway, if you like this kind of stuff, folks, let me know. If you don't like it, that's too bad. That's how things are now. But anyway, I do hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions about Bruce, about the whole, living arrangement these days. Anything else I'm doing out here anymore, this madness, I can guarantee you I'll be happy to talk about it. But I still can't end these videos.